Hey guys, before we start, I wanted to point out that before you start this video, you need to say your multiplication tables 2 and 6. It's only 2 of them, so if you haven't done that, go ahead and pause the video and do that right now. If you've already done it, then let's go ahead and start with math. So if you don't have your math book out, of course, get it out. We're going to do page 263 and 264. These are both review pages, so we should get through it very, very quickly, and I'm going to cut out some of it. So what I want you to do right now, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing, and then after you know which ones to do, so like maybe go through and circle the ones that I tell you that we're going to be doing, pause the video, see how many you can do on your own, and then when you're finished, go ahead and resume the video and check your answers, see if you got them right. So get out your pencil and circle these. Number 1, just do number 1, go ahead and circle number 1, so we're going to do that. Number 2, we're going to do number 2, A and B, so circle A and B so we know that we're going to be doing those. Number 3, we're going to do number 3, so just circle number 3. Number 4, we'll do number 4. Number 5, we will not do number 5. I trust that you guys are very well versed in these division problems, dividing by 10, dividing by 11. I know you guys can do that very easily, so I'm not going to worry about doing that today. Number 6, we're just going to do letter B, so circle letter B. Number 7, again, we're just going to do letter B, so circle letter B. Number 8, we're going to do letter A. And the brain booster, I want to see if you can write 99 in Roman numerals. We'll do that at the end of the video. See if you can do that on your own. And then the homework, don't worry about doing the homework. So go ahead and do those things. Pause the video, do as many as you can on your own. Okay, I'm not going to worry about doing number 1 on the board. You're just differentiating between whole number, mixed number, and fractions. I know that you can do that on your own, so I'm not going to use video time to do that. I want to look at number 2 though, number 2 letter A and letter B. I don't know if you guys are having problems with rounding to the nearest dollar. If this is something that everyone seems to be finding pretty easy, I probably am not going to be doing as many in the video. So if in the comment section on RenWeb, if you are like you think that the rounding to the nearest dollar is super easy, I want you to write the word cheese in the comment section. It'll be like a code so we all know what it means. Okay, but I'm going to do these 2 on the board, and then don't worry about doing C, D, and E, but we'll do these on the board. All right, so we have these, number 2, letter A, letter B. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Letter A, we're looking at $3 being rounded to the next dollar, or is it going to stay down at $3? We're going to look at this 1 right here in my tens place, and if 1 is my tens place, is my 3 going to get rounded up to $4, or is it going to stay down at $3? Right, it's just going to stay down at $3. So my answer is $3. Over here, $9.99. Now, this one you should be able to do without even thinking. $9.99, that's really close to the next dollar up, because this 9 right here is right next to 10. So, of course, this one will get rounded up to $10. All right, so that's number 2, letter A and letter B. Like I said with number 3, I want you to just do that on your own. I'm not going to use video time to do that. It's Roman numerals, C, M, L, V, things like that. You should be able to do those things. If you need to look back in your book, you can do that. Might help you out a little bit. All right, number 4. It says, Braden is reading a book about Neil Armstrong. The book has 270 pages. If he reads 9 pages each day, how long will it take him to read the book? Or how long will it take him to finish the book is what the book says. So, how many pages does this book have? It has 270 pages. And it says he's reading 9 pages each day. Each tells me I'm going to either divide or multiply, because it could be either one of those things because they're very similar. So I'm going to have this 270, and think about it. There's 270 pages in the book, and I want to know how long it's going to take him to read this book. So if I multiply 9 times 270, that means that 270 would be getting bigger. And I don't think it's going to take him more than 270 days to read this book. So I need to make my number smaller. So if multiplying makes it bigger, then dividing is going to make my number smaller. So I need to divide here. And we're dividing by 9 because he's reading 9 pages each night. So let's go ahead and divide that. 9 will go into 2 how many times? Right, just 0. And I can do my shortcut. So I'm going to go from 9 goes into 2 0 times. I'm going to go 9 will go into 7. But I haven't used this 2 yet, so it's 9 will go into 27. 9 will go into 27 how many times? Right, it's just 3. So 9 will go into 27 3 times. 3 times 9 is, right, 27. 27 minus 27 is 0. And 0 is smaller than 9. And then we're going to bring down this 0. And how many times will 9 go into 0? Right, 0 times. 0 times 9 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. My remainder is 0, so I don't have to write anything up here. So how many days is it going to take him to read this book? We'll say 30 days. And that's going to be our answer for this story problem. Like I said with number 5, don't worry about doing it. If you want to do it, you can, but I'm not going to make you do that one. Turn over page 264 to number 6, letter B. All right, I'm going to have my division. I'm not going to write my steps down today. I think we should be able to do it without our steps. So let's just jump right into it. 6 will go into 5 how many times? Right, 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Ooh, wait a minute. 0 is up here, so I can do my shortcut. So we're going to say 6 will go into 58 how many times? Well, let's think about it. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 9 is, what'd you say? 6 times 9 is 54. Well, I think that's as close as we're going to get, so let's try that. We're not saying 54 is up here. We said 6 will go into 58 9 times. Let's go and put 9 up here, and then we said 6 times 9 is 54. Eight minus 4 is, right? 4. 5 minus 5 is, of course, 0. 4 is smaller than 6, so that's a good compare. We're going to go ahead and bring down the 7. Good. 6 will go into 47 how many times? Okay, we just did our 6's right up through there. So see if you can remember. Let's try 8. 8 times 6 is, said 6 times 8 is 48. Well, now I have a problem. 48 is bigger than 47, so I can't do any subtraction. So that means 48 is too big, which means this 8 up here is also too big. So if 8 is too big, what number should we use instead? Right, we'll just do 7. 7 times 6 is, right, it's just 42. 7 minus 2 is? Right, 5, and 4 minus 4 is? 0, and 5 is smaller than 6, so it's a good comparison. Bring down my 1. And now I have 6 going into this bottom number down here, 51. 6 will go into 51 how many times? Well, I know that this 9 right here, 9 times 6 is 54. I know 54 is going to be too big. So let's try a number underneath 9. Let's try 8. 6 times 8 is, right, we just said it earlier, it's 48. I kind of have the same problem that I did earlier, because earlier 47 was smaller than 48, which was written here. Now I have this 1 is smaller than 8, so now I need to borrow. So 5 is going to become 4. 1 gets brought over here, so now it's 11 minus 8, which is 3. And 4 minus 4 is 0, and 3 is smaller than 6. And I don't have any more numbers to bring down, so 3 is my remainder. I'm not going to write remainder 3 though. What do my instructions say? My instructions say write the remainder as a fraction. So I have 978 up here, and 3 is my remainder. 6 is my divisor. So what is my fraction going to be? Right, let's see if you have the same thing I'm going to write. 3 is my remainder. 3 is going to be my top number. And 6 is going to be my bottom number. So you should have 978 and 3/6 as your answer. Number 7, letter B. I'm not going to work on the board with you. It's just subtracting mixed numbers. Okay, you're subtracting that whole number 613 minus 295, and then you're subtracting that fraction 7/13 minus 2/13. Do those two things separately and put your answer together, and it will be a mixed number. You should be able to do that. And the same thing with number 8. You should be able to do that on your own as well. You're just reading that thermometer. Okay? If you have not written 99 in Roman numerals, I want you to pause the video and see what you can come up with. Okay, so let's go ahead and write 99 in Roman numerals. First of all, I need to think about this. I need to write 90 first. So I need to write my 90, and then I need to write 9 and put those two together in Roman numerals. So 90 is really close to what number? If I were to have 50 and then 10s, I would need 50 and then 4 10s, and I can't write 4 10s together if 10 is just X. I can't write 50, which would be L, and then X, 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 X. I can't do that. That's not how we write in Roman numerals. So I can't write 90 that way, which means instead of adding numbers together, I'm going to have to subtract numbers. So what number is above 90? The next number above 90 that has its own letter to itself, that's 100. What is 100 in Roman numerals? Right, it's C. And I have to subtract from C. So that means I need a number that's smaller than C, and I need to put it in front of C. What number can I put in front of C that can get me to 90? Right, 90 is only 10 numbers behind C, or 10 numbers taken away from C, which is 100. C is 100. So 10 numbers before 100, or 10 numbers taken away from 100. So I'm going to write 10 and then 100 in Roman numerals. So that would be X, C. That's 90 because it's 10 less than C. And now I need to write 9. Well, same concept except we're using 9 instead of 90. We have what number that has its own letter above 9? Right, we just wrote it. It's 10. So we have to have one number less than 10. What number is, or I'm sorry, what letter is equivalent to 1? Right, it's I. So we would write 10, and then we have to have this number or a letter right here in front of 10 to show that's being taken away from or subtracted. We're just going to write 1 right here, or I. So I have XC is 90, and IX is 9. So together, this number is 99. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this lesson I feel like should be a little bit shorter. I cut out a lot of work because there was a lot of things that I just feel like you guys already know how to do very, very well. So we're not going to worry about doing extra practice for it.